where we start working, we start thinking that how we will work for the next year. It is about centenary also. So today we are having the Zoom meeting in the situation which is there. The topic is challenges for healthcare workers during post-lockdown period of COVID-19. I will request Dr. Sudhir Dakre to give up the welcome address. He is immediate past Dean IMA CGP headquarters, past state president of UP state. Dr. Sudhir Dakre, please.
Thank you, Sanjay. I welcome all the participants of Doctor's Day webinar, which is organized by IMA Agra. On the auspicious occasion of Doctor's Day, and this day is remembered as a birthday of Dr. B.C. Roy, who was a great leader, a freedom fighter, and was Chief Minister of West Bengal too. I am very happy that you have given me an opportunity to welcome our national leaders and everyone. I first of all welcome our national president, Dr. Rajan Sharma, who is a dynamic leader, strongly committed to IMA. He is an eminent surgeon and a real human being. I welcome Dr. Asokan sir, who is Honorary General Secretary of IMA headquarters, a great workaholic, dedicated, highly sincere to his job. One of the best Secretary Generals of IMA headquarters. He is a general physician running a private own hospital. I welcome our national leader, Dr. Vinay Agarwal sir. I think he doesn't need any introduction, at least for all the members of IMA UP and IMA Agra. He is well known to us as a guardian of IMA UP state. He is a fighter and aggressive leader of IMA. He is a past national president and past Honorary General Secretary. I welcome Dr. Arul Raj sir, who is our past national president, and presently he is chairing Association of Physicians of India. He is an eminent physician as well as an academician. He has been the president of Commonwealth Doctors Association. He is the founder of College of General Practitioners, IMA headquarters. Till day, he is actively guiding us as a guardian of CGP. I welcome Dr. Ashok Rai, State President, IMA UP, a renowned pediatrician and a very dedicated activist of IMA. I welcome Dr. Ravi Pachauri, President of IMA Agra. I welcome Dr. Sanjay Chaturvedi, Honorary Secretary, IMA Agra. And I welcome all national leaders and state leaders and all the members of IMA Agra on this great occasion of Doctor's Day. I wish everyone happy Doctor's Day. Now, I will request our national president to inaugurate this webinar. Dr. Rajan Sharma. Sir.
Good afternoon, all my friends in Agra and my national leaders. It is a nice opportunity to interact with you, and I'm sure it will go a long way in these COVID times in listening to each other. But unfortunately, due to paucity of time, I have to go on another webinar. I first of all heartily congratulate you all on this Doctor's Day, and also I would be failing in my duty if I do not remember the sacrifice and the sad loss of 57 of our colleagues who have lost their lives. Any loss of a family member is always painful. But it's also forms our resolve to combat the reason why it happened. I can recall when my grandmother lost her life to tuberculosis in those times. And so the treating doctor told my father, if you want to do anything, become a doctor. So we had a family background of agriculturists. My father happened to be the first person in the entire generation. And only teachers took him to various schools and medical colleges and got him admitted in a medical college. So once in a profession, we know and we survive, and our belief is all the more strengthened by the fact that this disease is affecting all of us, whether it is doctors, whether it is anybody, but it is the hapless Indians or countrymen who are at risk, because at least we know about the course of the disease, and now fairly set protocols are there. But safety, personal safety should be of prime importance. Personal safety is of prime importance, and no loss should be said that okay, well, fine, it had to be occurring. I am sure this we have such leaders, and we will contribute a lot. Various things have been happening in IMA. Today we have launched a Delhi Police helpline for the police personnel affected by COVID. 2,000 of them have been affected by COVID. They have lost quite a few people. Today only they lost a 45-year-old inspector. So COVID is striking everybody, and it is only we who can alleviate the sufferings and counsel the public that we are there. And we are there for you and the society. I don't know about, I will not talk about the past, but today the society, the media, and everybody, including the government, is realizing the importance of, has realized the importance of modern medicine and its practitioners, that we, the doctors. Also, it is pertinent that besides our safety, it is on us that we take care of the health and safety of our staff. That is the nurses, the sanitation workers, the ward boys, lab technicians, because they are one big family. They take their hardships with you if you lead from the front, and they are as worried as you are. So you have many roles. In one side, you might be having an inherent fear, but the captain of the ship should always boost the morale of the people on the board. So with this, I once again congratulate Agra IMA on this webinar, and I would be like to be excused. I am sorry I came for a very short while, but I hope you will understand. HSG sir, please take care of the webinar, please. Hello.
Thank you, Dr. Rajesh Sharma. Dr. Sudhir Dakre.
Yeah, I will now request our dynamic Honorary
Sir.
General Secretary, Dr. R.V. Asokan.
Sir, I suppose Dr. Rajesh Sharma wants to leave the meeting, so kindly give him the thanks and then let him go for the other meeting. And then we start the function again.
Thank you, National President, Sir, Dr. Rajan Sharma. Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for coming with the short notice and short time. Yeah, Dr. Sudhir Dakre, Dr. Ravi Mohan Pachauri will also want to thank. Yeah.
Thank you, Dr. Sharma, for joining.
Thank you so much, Dr.
Our
Pachauri,
webinar.
Dr.
We would like to hear from you for
Thank
some
you,
time
sir.
later on. Thank you, sir.
He left. Dr. Sudhir Dakre, we continue with the program further.
Thank you. I will now request our Honorary General Secretary, Dr. R.V. Asokan, to deliver his message to IMA members.
Thank you, Dr. Sudhir Dakre. Dr. Ravi Pachauri, President of Agra Branch. Dr. Sanjay Chaturvedi, Secretary of Agra Branch. Senior leaders, Dr. Sharad Gupta, Dr. Harendra Gupta, Dr. Sudhir, past national presidents, Dr. Arul Raj and Vinay, Dr. Aran Tandon, Dr. Mohan Gupta. It's a pleasure to even think about Agra. The hospitality we enjoyed during the CWC and also
you,
during
sir.
the national CGP conference is
Thanks, sir.
something
Thanks.
very unforgettable. The nostalgia comes back every time we think of Agra. I am grateful for that loving hospitality that you are capable of. Thank you so much. It's a great pleasure to address you all on Doctors' Day. Doctors' Day 2020 is special for not only the doctors, but also the people of India. We are traversing through a crucial phase of the corona epidemic. And the only flicker of hope that remains amongst the darkness all around us is the medical profession. The way that medical profession has rallied round after the arrival of the epidemic in our country is something which is unbelievable, We have lost 57 of our colleagues. 927 doctors have been affected by COVID-19 so far. But we find the doctors are vibrant throughout the country. The number of webinars that are happening around the country is unbelievable. Doctors normally are not techno-savvy in this way, but the necessity of information and necessity to combat and the sense of duty and purpose with which the medical profession has taken over. It's no longer going to be contained within the specialty dedicated COVID-19 hospitals. The epidemic has certainly entered the stage 3, where it is at your footstep. The family doctors, the general practitioners, the secondary care hospitals, everywhere. It means that in our villages, in our towns, in our tier 2, tier 3 cities, the war is going to be fought by individual doctors. The medical profession is in charge. Stage 1 and stage 2 belong to the epidemiologists and the public health. Stage 3 belongs to the clinicians and the doctors of this country to touch the patient, to console the patient, to give him hope, to give him life, and empower yourself with knowledge. Early detection of hypoxia, aggressive therapy. So Indian Medical Association is addressing its members to reduce the mortality. It is in our hands, nobody else's hands. It is our responsibility to bring down the death per million, which only the doctors of India can do. I am extremely happy the topic that has been selected today is most relevant, especially in UP, because I am painfully aware that many of the doctors were unable to open because of the restrictions. But I think the amount of contribution that our members can do at this stage is enormous. So the message to our members is to face this epidemic fearlessly, follow segregation or triaging, look after your health and the health of your staff, utilize N95 mask and other PPE kits, keep physical distance. The practice of medicine has undergone a great change, but the art of medicine is ever the same. The hope that we give to our patients is ever the same. I wish all the doctors a happy Doctors' Day and a special wish to Dr. Sudhir Dakre, whom the National President has conferred IMA professorship today on him. Thank you, Agra branch. Thank you so much and all the best in the year's activity. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Asokan sir. It's a really a very happy moment for me that I have been conferred with professorship. Thanks a lot. And thanks for your very important and useful message which you have given to us. Now I will request our past national president, our great leader, Dr. Vinay Agarwal sir, to deliver his keynote address on this topic. Dr. Vinay Agarwal sir.
Thank you, Dr. Dhakre. Dr. Ravi Pachori, President of IMA Agra, Dr. Sanjay Chaturvedi, Secretary of IMA Agra, past President of UP State, Dr. Sudhir Dhakre, Dr. Harinder Gupta, President of UP State, Dr. Ashok Rai. I am looking at Dr. J.N. Tandon, the past President of IMA Agra, Bhadoria, and many of you whom I know personally. See, today is a Doctor's Day, but it is a different Doctor's Day. 2020 has totally changed the dynamics of not only the medical profession, but the total dynamics of the globe. Whether it is economy, whether it is systems, whether it is lifestyle, whether it is medical facilities, whatsoever you think of, everything has changed. What will be 2021 after COVID, nobody knows. It will totally change the working of medical profession, totally change the working of ourselves and working of our lifestyle and the country as such. This Doctor's Day, I'm really thankful to Agra branch to give me a keynote address on a topic which is really very dear to me. The topic is challenges to be faced by the medical profession after lockdown 2. The theme of today's Doctor's Day is also very, very important. It is to lessen the mortality of COVID-19. I, as a medical activist, my motto is think about yourself as medical professional first. Think about your family. Think about your neighbors, your relations, and then your patients, and then your nation, and then your state. So I specifically personally feel the topic should be lessen the mortality of COVID-19 warriors. On the backdrop of today, when 67 of our doctors have lost their lives. Many of them were fighting an active battle with COVID. They were serving the nation in whatsoever way they can. More than 100 doctors are admitted in various ICUs in the country today. Approximately 4,000 to 5,000 healthcare workers have been affected by COVID. Under these trying circumstances, still the only hope remains is the medical profession. A disease which nobody knows. The journey of this disease, nobody knows. The treatment of this disease is not known. The dynamics of this disease is not known. Vaccine is not available. In the most developed countries, COVID has created havoc. All those dadas of medical profession yesterday have succumbed themselves to COVID. You see the Europe, you see America, you see all these countries where they have not been able to control the disease. More than 1 crore patients have been affected by COVID. 25% are the persons who have been affected in US. The countries like France, the countries like Spain, countries like Italy, countries like England, who have been determining the medical professionals. Even in India, we used to feel very proud that we are going to UK or we are going to USA. Now those countries, the condition of those countries' healthcare, you all know. A country like India, where we are still struggling with the primary health structure after 72 years. a well-made primary health structure, which was known as primary health centers, secondary health care centers, or the community health centers and others, are still looking for their identification. 72 years have passed, and COVID is going to expose the entire infrastructure of this country to the utmost. I will take you to the journey of this COVID, which will determine what are going to be the challenges of the medical profession tomorrow. If you see what exactly happened, we started having patients from January or February. On 22nd of March, our Prime Minister had a one-day lockdown, and where he announced to honor medical professionals. The entire country was as one, and they welcomed the medical professionals. They honored us. You to go in April again, on the voice of Prime Minister, the lamps were lighted. Not only that, Air Force also honored us by showering flowers on the institutions which were working very actively in the COVID disease. But you see, what has been the planning? The public and the private sector were kept apart. Initially, if you see the planners, they only thought that probably the COVID can be contained and managed medically and otherwise by public sector only. In the first lockdown, when it was announced, the lockdown basic purpose was to prepare the states to strengthen their basic infrastructure of healthcare which they have. Probably they meant both public and private, but states probably took it that their concentration should be on public sector only, and that is why they tried to concentrate. But unfortunately, that lockdown had its own problems. You could know the migratory labor problem. Every state had that cake of problems, and it was a very unfortunate problem. The entire resources of a specific state were spent on tackling those labor class persons or migratory labor persons who have been wanted to go from one state to another. There was no planning at all. There was no coordination between the center and the states. Instead of strengthening our medical healthcare system, we started distributing food packets. We started distributing, arranging their travel means. We started sending them from one state to another. Now, that is why this both first and the second lockdown actually were not an asset as far as medical profession is concerned or medical facilities are concerned. If you really say, when we reached to the third part of the lockdown, suddenly the government realized that it is very, very difficult to manage with the existing public health sector. They went to the private sector, they took some major hospitals, they asked them to make COVID beds, and to hide the deficiencies of the public health sector, they started going towards the private health sector. In the meantime, what happened? They announced OPD's closure. They announced that all those routine surgeries will be closed. They also announced simultaneously what happened, that primary structure of this hospital was totally closed. Then clinics, general clinics, family clinics, specialist clinics, the routine nursing homes and hospitals, they were closed for almost 1.5 months because routine surgeries were not supposed to be done. OPDs were not supposed to be open. And that was a big challenge which the government realized later on, that what exactly is happening. And you all know that it always happens. We become the victim of the circumstances. From Bhagwan se Shaitan tak. It started from showering flowers by Air Force, and simultaneously you see the Indore incident where doctors were beaten up. You see the Muradabad incident where doctors were beaten up. You see many such incidents and happened. One happened in Latur, happened in Karnataka. Now, what exactly suddenly, entire deficiencies of the government sector, both by the government as well as by the public, came on the medical professionals, doctors. Very unfortunate. The planning deficiencies are not related to the medical professionals. They are the government and the planners. The another big deficiencies was the entire system was given to the IAS community. Administrators started managing it. We had wonderful district magistrates, DMs of various districts and states, who of their own started deciding one or the other things, which were even contradictory to one district to another district. Not only as if it is stopped, there were contradictions between the central government decisions and the state government decisions. If you really see that one decision which 23rd March the central government and the state, the central secretary took, was that COVID and non-COVID facilities should not be mixed. There should be dedicated COVID centers. And this they learned from the West. This they learned the dedicated COVID centers in UK, dedicated COVID centers in France, dedicated COVID centers in US are serving better facilities, are serving better this thing than the mixing of COVID and non-COVID centers. What happened in Delhi? The Delhi government and to an extent UP government also and many other states started doing that. No, every hospital which has 50 beds or more than 50 beds should fix up 20% beds as COVID beds. Irrespective of that, they have one lift, they have one operation theater, they have 5 or 6 ICU beds, they have one X-ray machine, they have one lab, they have one facilities, common facility. Rather, instead of making a separate dedicated COVID facilities, the government became responsible for making healthcare facilities as hotspots of COVID spread. And this is what public perception started happening. Friends, doctors were beaten up. Friends, doctors were not, they were stigmatized. Doctors who were in quarantine facilities were not allowed to enter their societies. They were thrown out of their this thing. The hospitals which had nursing facilities in the societies, they were asked to vacate those houses where nurses were staying because they felt that this COVID is only been spread and has come through doctors, not otherwise. So doctors who are and will be only tackling COVID disease were stigmatized. Public started showing reactions. We became victims, and government was nowhere around. In this light, we have to plan what is going to be our future facilities. In what way we have to work. 3.5 months have passed, friends. We can't sit at home. Repeated announcements are there that general practitioners or the hospital doctors who are more than 65 or otherwise citizens should keep themselves away. They should not come out of their houses. Simultaneously, government is asking that all nursing homes should open. They should start admitting COVID patients. Most of the small nursing home and most of the hospitals and clinics, if you see, they are the one who are being run by those doctors who are 60 plus, 65 plus, even 70s. Those doctors who are staying on the top floor and running a nursing home down. How can they prevent this spread? How can they prevent their own infection? And that is why, those friends, 5,000, more than 5,000 healthcare workers are being affected by this disease. I'm not giving you a bad picture. We are committed by our ethics. We have chosen this profession by choice. We know the difficulties faced by this profession. Under all negative circumstances also we have worked. We are the front warriors. We are the one who has to fight this disease in future. We are the one who have to be console those patients. We are the one who have to be on the front line to communicate with their relations. We are the one who have to manage a ventilator. We are the one who has to manage a plasma therapy. We are the one who have to give the information of a first information of death to their relations. There is no administrator around. There is no government around. Whether it is central or the state, it is we as doctors who have to manage this. As rightly said by our Secretary General, that as front warriors, corona warriors, as doctors, as frontline workers, as healthcare workers known in the country. We need to contribute to this thing. I have seen the situations where government has threatened and to seal the nursing homes. Nursing homes were sealed. FIRs were launched against the doctors. Proper burial of a corona warrior doctor was not allowed in Tamil Nadu. From one place to another, we as doctors are looking for bed for our own colleagues. In Delhi, as a Delhi medical activist, believe me, I have been responsible for at least looking after the medical treatment to about 20 of my doctor colleagues. One I could not save is the Dr. Asim Gupta 2 days back, who died, who was a LNJP and anesthetist, senior anesthetist. So this is what has been happening. Now, if as a doctor, I have to look for a bed in a hospital, if as a doctor, I have to look for a doctor, if as a doctor, I have to look for facilities for my own colleagues, what more bad can be there? Friends, as a medical association, it becomes our responsibility to see. That is why I said, lessen the mortality of not COVID-19, but COVID-19 warriors. We need to support them. As an association, we need to provide medical aid to them. As an association, we need to see that they are being properly protected. As an association, we need to see that they have been supplied with all protective gear. As an association, we need to see that if a doctor is admitted, their family is taken care of. As an association, we need to see that he gets a proper treatment. Simultaneously, the family is properly counseled. As an association, we need to see that if a doctor is died, unfortunately, that the government announcement should be applicable to him. He should get a respectable burial. He should get a respectable end. This is what all our responsibilities and association is. And this is what we have been struggling even today. I'm so happy. I'm Dr. Rajan Sharma, National President, the efforts today. Prime Minister, Home Minister, Defense Minister, Health Minister, Health Secretary, Chief Minister, everyone has issued their messages for Doctors' Day today. But I will be the one who will say, our Doctors' Day should not be celebrated. Doctors' Day should be celebrated by others. They should honor us. It is unfortunately in the last few years, we have started celebrating our own Doctors' Day. Today morning, I was looking at the newspapers. I was looking at some of the prominent messages. I was seeing that probably Prime Minister will give a full page ad to say that my corona warriors should be protected. Doctors, it's a Doctors' Day. Not even the pharma companies have issued any single advertisement today. Last Doctors' Day, Mankind and many other pharma industry was also there to issue. This is from where and how we are going down and what is happening today. I don't need flowers. I don't need thali and tali. I don't need ghantis. What I need is a respect. What I need is a facilities. Why I need is a protecting gear. What I need is insurance. What I need is indemnity. What I need is a police protection. What I need is that public should recognize me. What I need is the administration should recognize me. What I need is a administration should take front warriors in confidence, not those staying in big mahals who are advisors to the government. Friends, believe me. I mean, a lot of them are my friends, personal friends. A student who has got admitted in All India Institute of Medical Sciences is the professor and head of the department of specific, has really not come out of it, has not seen what is happening in villages, has not seen what is happening in localities, what is happening in cities, how the medical, they are our guiding forces to the government. Dr. V.K. Paul is a very dear friend of mine. When I argued with him, can you ask your daughter cesarean to be done in a private clinic for 9,000 rupees? You have fixed up 9,000 rupees as charges. My request to the administrators, my request to this government, there is a disease, there is a front warrior as doctor. Unfortunately, doctor is missing. Somebody else is managing that disease. And as a tripartite agreement is bringing medical profession in between, that the DM will bring a doctor. There should be a direct contact between a patient and a doctor, a hospital and a patient, a society, a nursing home, and a suffering patients. This is what should be there, which is really missing. And that is what government should do and see, while fixing up the rates should involve hospitals. Stakeholders are not involved. You are fixing my rates. Talk to me, discuss with me. I am not committed with any other thing except that it is a pandemic. And I mean, I'm a nationalist. I want to serve, but not that you can fix my rates. I was on air to say, tell them that LNJP hospital, which is a prime hospital, please, any good hospital of Delhi will like to have per day, per bed expenses which the government incurs on a LNJP bed general ward. You will be, smile on when I'll say 2010, when I was the national president, there was a study that All India Institute of Medical Sciences per day, per bed charges were 69,000 rupees. Per day, per bed charges. Today they are fixing in Corona 10,000 rupees as per day, per bed charges. Now this dichotomy has to go. These associations have to fight. We don't want profiteering. We want comfortability. We don't want that this disease will never come, so we should make our houses, take more cars and all this, but we should be able to run the nursing homes. Many of you know that many of small clinics are closed. You know many of the small nursing homes are on the verge of closing down. You also know that it's very difficult to work with the revenues which are available. Even big hospitals are working with 30 to 40% of the revenues which they had in January and which they are having now. It is becoming very difficult to pay the salaries. It is becoming very difficult to retain our staff. With Corona, most of the sisters are leaving. Most of the resident doctors are leaving. You have to pay extra money to them. So under these circumstances, friends with folded hands, it's a trying circumstance. I said, we have chosen ourselves medical profession. We are nationalists. We want to participate in the pandemic. Under all adverse circumstances, we are there as a frontline workers. We are with you, the Sarkar. We are with you, the public. We are the one who have to fight with this disease. We don't need anything recognize us. We don't have to celebrate Doctor's Day. Celebrate that Doctor's Day for us. Another a small message to all of you friends. Corona is not going to go. We have to live with it. We may decide to not to open our clinics for 3 months or 4 months. 3.5 months have already happened. We may decide for 1 more month, but we need to open our clinics. We need to start our nursing home. We have to also earn our livelihood. We also have to run those hospitals. We also have to think about non-COVID ailments. Most of the entire country is totally sold out to COVID. But what is happening to non-COVID emergencies? In this country, 50,000 patients are dying every month of tuberculosis. What are you thinking about road accidents? Are you thinking about cardiac arrest? Are you thinking about neurological emergencies? Are you thinking about diabetes? No, everything is COVID, COVID and COVID. In 4 months, 16,000 deaths have been reported. But if you see tuberculosis, 2 lakh patients have died of tuberculosis in these 4 months. These are the WHO reports. These are the country annual report which comes from the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. What is happening to non-COVID diseases? We need to think about them also. We need to treat them. Friends, we have taken this profession by choice. We have to be front warriors. We have to be Corona warriors. We have to protect ourselves. Nobody is going to protect you. We have to bring out means where we can protect ourselves. While protecting ourselves, we are able to do our duties to this nation, to our city, to our locality, to our patients, and treat them. This is what is going to be the D thing tomorrow. Open your clinics, open your nursing homes, take possible steps to see that we are being protected. I should be protected first. My family should be protected second. My staff should be protected third. My relation should be protected and treated fourth. And then my friend circle should be seen, they should be comfortable and protected. Then my locality, my patients and others. We may say that public is first, I'll say doctor is first, myself is first. That has been my aim, and I have always been saying, protect yourself. Theme is save the savior. If I am the savior, who will save me? You have to save yourself. Please save the savior. And with this theme, I have taken enough time. But friends, it is trying circumstances. Don't get disheartened. 67 of us have lost life. Many of us will lose our life tomorrow also. But anyway, doctors have died of various other illnesses also. And we are dying of this disease also. And now, because of this 3.5 months have told us, have given us enough lessons how to protect ourselves. How to say this disease can be prevented. But my request through you to the administrators, don't interfere. You are responsible for the community spread of coronavirus, not anybody else. If in Delhi, first lockdown, the first thing they did, wine shops were opened. Because some money was coming. I'm sure Sanjay is laughing, but Sanjay Chaturvedi ji, सच में हमारा भी stock खत्म हो गया था घर का, हमने भी किसी को भेजा था वहाँ. But I'm sure, you know, this is what is the kind of a planning which the government did. So these administrators are not bothered about anything. They don't know medicine. A DM of a city which is 40 years or 45 years is not bothered how the hospitals are run. But this bloody fool only knows that how to enter that building and say, and start shouting at the doctor and the owner of the nursing home that I'll seal you. I'll do this. You have to do this. But that is where the role of local association comes. That is where the role of Ravi Pachori and Sanjay Chaturvedi will come in Agra to say, bloody fools, behave yourself. If you want us to participate in this corona fight, we are there with you. But we know how to fight it out also. We know how to protect ourselves. We know how to protect our colleagues. We know how to take care of them. We know how to take care of their families. We know how to take care of their interests. With these words, thank you very much. आपका बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. And फिर से एक बार डॉक्टर्स डे की बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं.
Thank you, sir. Dr. Sri Dakre. Thank you, sir. It is an eye-opener to us. Everything you have summarized. Dr. Sudhir Dakre, yeah.
Yeah, it was really excellent keynote address by our, aggressive leader, Dr. Vinay Agrawal, sir. It covered almost every aspect of lockdown period, chronology of COVID-19, well addressed, raised all issues related to healthcare workers. Now, I will invite Dr. Arul Raj Sundaram, sir, who is our past national president, and presently he is a chairman of API. He was a president of Commonwealth Medical Associations. He is a very eminent person, known nationally and internationally. He has to rush for another meeting at 3 p.m. So I will not take much time. We are ready to listen him. Over to Dr. Arul Raj, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Sudhir Thackeray, for the nice introduction, which I always love with you. Our national president, secretary general, my thickest friend and past national president, Dr. Vinay Agarwal, our leaders of UP and Agra. Doctors Day. Just listen, enjoying the address. My good friend Dr. Vinay Agarwal, who is always a fighter. Whatever you need to know about COVID and the current scenario of healthcare during the COVID, he has expressed well. I endorse his views. I need not repeat anything. all of us know that Doctors' Day, I have been telling for 20 years, should be celebrated by the public as well as the governments, which is slowly coming up. Today morning in the Hindu edition, our Honorable Prime Minister has talked about the doctors and their protection with vaccine. Slowly change is coming. Even in Tamil Nadu, our Tamil Nadu Ministry of Health is Doctors' Day for the doctors today evening. Coming to Agra, Agra is always green in my mind. Beyond one of the world wonders and beyond the leaders of UP and Agra and Sudhir Thakre and all our people, it's a place where I took over as a national president of APA. It will always be green in my mind. Always love all of you know IMA CGP because the general practitioner is the backbone of healthcare of any nation, especially a developing nation like India. And you may have any number of tertiary cares, but the primary care doctor is the key. And we are talking about universal health coverage, and our Prime Minister is too keen to bring it. And this will be possible only through general practitioners. Even during this corona, war, the first line workers are doctors, but first line workers are GPs only. Because a patient is fever and a throat pain and a cough, breathlessness goes to him only. IMA CGP has definitely highlighted the responsibilities of GPs and what they should do, which case they should refer for RT-PCR, which case they should refer for inpatient treatment. Therefore, they are the first line warriors. In that, IMA CGP, who has contributed their time and strength, always remember. One such person is Dr. Sudhir Thakre. During his period, he was very active for his academic contribution to the growth of GP and the GPCon done at Agra. We very well remember, though he is not the dean now, he should contribute for the continued growth of IMA College of GPs. Now, during this, corona pandemic, doctors, they have come. We have our own, griefs in our mind because we are the frontline workers. I agree with Dr. Vinay. Justice is not being done to the front warriors. Without doctors, they cannot do anything. But nothing has come out. We have been asked for healthcare, Violence Prevention Act. Nothing has come. There are so many people in government service who are dying. A lot of money is being given. For doctors, it is not being given. We want all doctors and healthcare workers who are involved in corona warriors to be included in the Prime Minister's health scheme. It is not happening. And I have even promoted Indian Medical Service, and IMA is also supporting it. Nothing is moving. Therefore, it is a time. We do our service. We do our duty. We never fail in our duty to the common man and the sick. But at the same time, Indian Medical Association with our strength and participation should keep on, government to, improve the healthcare scenario so that doctors can confidently, boldly can offer an appropriate treatment to the sick. My message on this. I have already given a message to all our doctors as well that today, during this Doctors' Day, we will all pledge solidly to win over, rather conquer the triple crisis. We are today facing triple crisis, ladies and gentlemen. One crisis is the health crisis. There was no corona crisis. Second crisis is an economic crisis. There is no money with anybody. When I said there is no money to put the salary for there is no money for expansion or buying equipment, that stage, there is an economic crisis. So the continued lockdown, which is going to still continue, at least for quite some time. The third crisis is Indian border crisis. Our nation is facing border crisis, from our neighboring colleagues. This is what I have put it as crisis. We should win over that. How we can win? Individually, we cannot win. We have an iron Prime Minister. Certain things we may agree, but we may not agree. But all these three things have to be conquered only by strengthening the hands of our iron Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji. This will be my special Doctor's Day wishes. With that, all my good wishes to IMA and all our colleagues from UP and Agra. Thanks, Sudhir Thackeray, for the nice opportunity. Bye.
Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot. We really miss you at Agra, but I think sooner or later we will see again you at Agra.
Wipro will meet.
Yes, sir. Thanks a lot, sir. Now, I cannot see our state president, Dr. Ashok Rai. I called him. He was saying that there's some technical problem. He is not able to connect with Zoom. So, is he here, Sanjay?
No, sir.
So then
He is not
we
here.
will wait for him. And meanwhile, I will ask our President Agra, IMA, Dr. Pachauri, to give his concluding remarks.
Thank you, Dr. Sudhir. First of all, I must congratulate you all on the Doctor's Day. And we were fortunate to hear our stalwarts, our President, Dr. Rajan Sharma, Dr. Ashokan, Dr. Vinay Agrawal, who enlightened us with the entire proceedings which are going on, and Dr. Arulesh. We have to be very vigilant. We will have to live with this virus. We will have to continue working with this virus. And for this, as rightly said by Dr. Vinay Agrawal, we have to protect ourselves first, our family next, our organization next, our patients, and then continue to serve the society. We must remain very vigilant, and in any case, we are the ones who are facing everything. We are facing the onslaught of this virus. We are facing this pandemic. We have to declare, very rightly said by him, we have to declare at the bedside the patient is no more and face all the breadth and the compliances of the society. So at every stage, we have to remain very vigilant and continue our work. We cannot simply stay idle and stop doing work, because this virus is not going to stop so soon or suddenly all of your own. We have to continue with it like all other viruses, like we are fighting HIV virus, the Australian antigen virus. We will have to continue fighting like that. But one thing is very clear: the society, the administration, and our patients will have to recognize our work, the duties which we are doing. We have already lost 67 of our colleagues. This is a substantial number, and almost 1,000 of our colleagues, the healthcare workers, they are hospitalized somewhere in the country. So this is a very big number. And this society, this service which we are rendering to the society must get due recognition. And we do not deserve any extra thing from the society. What we deserve is a simple recognition, a congenial environment to work. We should be able to carry on our duties in a very congenial way, in a protected environment, and the protection would definitely increase our work efficiency. So if the society wants us to work efficiently, they must recognize our duties, they must recognize our services, and we must be given an environment to work properly. So this is all very important. And I must say, Dr. Vinay Agrawal has very aptly summarized everything, what is expected of us, what was happening throughout the lockdown, what is happening in the unlockdown, and what is going to come. We must take a cue from his address and continue our work. And one thing is, we must get a proper environment to work. This is our demand. We are not demanding anything extra. We are not demanding anything beyond the reach of anyone. What we want is to carry out our professional in a dignified way, and this is our right because we have chosen this profession on our own, and this is on our own will, and we must carry it out. IMA Agra has always been very active, proactive in this pandemic right from the beginning. We have been aiming, we have been trying, and we have been working that our colleagues should keep on working in a dignified way. Our patients must all be served properly, especially we stressed on the non-COVID work. And you'd be happy to know that non-COVID work did not suffer in this district throughout the pandemic, because in many of the districts I got the report that the DM has closed this setup, the DM has stopped this work, DM has interfered in this. But fortunately, due to our proactive attitude and our proper coordination with the health authorities and the administration, we were able to carry on our professional duties in a very dignified way. I hope we will carry it on further. And with this hope, I must congratulate you all on the Doctor's Day. And I'm happy that we had the opportunity to hear and know the views of our national leaders who are working hard to take IMA to a higher level. I thank you all. I welcome the national leaders, and I suppose we will all ignite this spirit of brotherhood, IMA brotherhood, throughout in the country and carry on our professional work in a dignified way. Thank you all.
Thank you, President IMA Agra, Dr. Ravi Pachauri. I was just observing that Dr. Mohan Gupta, Honorary Secretary, IMA AMS Headquarters, is here. Can you hear me? Dr. Mohan Gupta, I welcome you. If you want to say a few words, you are most welcome. I think he's offline now. Anybody have any questions?
Mohan Gupta
Hello?
is there, I suppose. Dr. Mohan Gupta is there.
But he cannot listen us.
Dr. Mohan Gupta, sir, you can unmute yourself.
Leave it. किसी का कोई question हो तो no questions?
I suppose Dr. Ashok Rai is still not able to do it. So we are on the last, and it is already 3.
So once again, I thanks Dr. Vinay Agarwal sir, Dr. Rajan Sharma, Dr. Asokan sir, Dr. Arul Raj sir, and to everyone who participated in this webinar. Now I pass my mic, or what to say, I will pass it on to our Secretary IMA Agra to deliver his vote of thanks.
Actually, thank you, Dr. Sudhir Dakre, to manage this webinar as well as possible. And I am thankful to Dr. Rajan Sharma sir, National President, Dr. R.V. Ashokan, Dr. Vinay Agarwal, Dr. Alras S, and Dr. Ravi Pachauri sir, our President, to make this webinar live. I am happy that today is a Doctor's Day, and Dr. Vinay Agarwal has summarized all those problems which doctors are facing today. So I think that after presenting our point, the government will listen to us, and I am thankful to you all to attend this webinar, because the time is there. The other webinar will be starting just now. So the UP webinar, I am thankful to you all. I ask Dr. Ravi Pachauri sir, our President, to close the meeting. Thank you.
Sanjay, you
Yes,
can please invite all the members to join UP IMA if it is possible.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
Please join the webinar in the Microsoft team, please. Thank you, Dr. Pachauri sir.
Thank you,
Can we
Dr.
close?
Sanjay. I invite all my members to join the UP IMA meet, which is going on at Microsoft Meet.
Thank you. Sir.
And thanks all the of you for coming here.
Now I am closing the meeting. Thank you all. Thank you for joining.